about. So I cannot wait to share this with you. So we normally do this via webinar. So just want to give a quick shout out. Good to see you, Herbert. Good to see you, Derek. 30 seconds is too long. Great opening. Awesome. Good to see you, Andre. So just give me some feedback. Are you excited about the webinars? Give me a little feedback on what you're thinking, how you're feeling about it, and let's jump into today's training. So I want to share my screen really quickly here. Let's see here. I want to try to do something I haven't really done before. Actually, show my slides, share my screen, and let me see if that pops up where a window. There's my window. There we go. There we go. Then I can see everybody's comments while just sharing the window. Can everybody see my window now? Yes? Okay, good. All right, so today, let me actually just back up here for a second. So let me officially welcome you to the marketing automation segment. We have done not one, not two, but 4 completely different webinars to automate your sales system. So I'm super excited about what we're about to give to you, and we're gonna just hand it all over. I wanna step you through everything, but also I wanna let you know that we have decided to go in a new direction to take your business to a whole nother level called a partnership program. So I know some of you kind of snuck on a webinar that we didn't invite you to and learned about it, but that's okay. But we want to spend that special time with you, and I want to spend that special time with you to go over what this partnership program is all about, because you have access to something no one else has access to, which is our mastermind at a legacy price of $397 for life. So as long as you have that, but we're actually creating another parallel program, and I'll explain what we're doing in that in just a minute, because I first want to get all this out to you. Does that sound good? Put one in the chat box if that's good. Yes, we can jump in today's training, and then we'll get to some questions, because I know I've seen the Facebook group. We've gotten support tickets on it. So next level is webinars for you. Good. So excited that you see the value, Andre. Okay, so let's jump in, because the last week we talked about done for you traffic webinars. And what we did I want to see here if this will allow me to. Usually PowerPoint allows me to do some writing on the screen here, but this is not going to let me. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to change this a little bit. I want to go, give me 2 seconds to get out of here. That's what happens when you're live. I want to change my full screen. There we go. Okay, can everybody see that? Is that cool? All right, good. So now I can write on the screen, which is my favorite thing to do, as you guys know. There we go. All right, good. Okay, so what we've given you is a slide deck. This is your slide deck of every single slide that's in the automated webinar. And what we've also given you is actually the content video. As I explained last time, this video is the meat of the actual webinar itself. So what you're going to do is you're going to do an opening. So I'm put O for opening here. This is typically about 5 minutes. In this opening, you're scripted with this script right here. Then we're going to actually do the actual presentation. So the presentation is about 45 minutes. And then you're going to do a close. Now, it's important that this first 5 minutes that you do some very critical things. Number one is building rapport with your audience. So even though I'm going to show you some slides in just a minute here about what you can do, you can also put testimonials up there. You can also put your credentials up there. You can also talk about who you are, put your brand up there. You don't have to follow it word for word, but what's most important about this opening here is you do whatever it takes. I mean, whatever it takes to get them to stay to the end. So if you want to give away a Lamborghini, if that works for you and you can make some sales, it might be a good thing. No, but I'm exaggerating so that you understand that what happens in the first 5 minutes predicates how long they're going to stay. So the training is powerful, but also you need to what we call open some loops. So that might mean, hey, stay to the end. We're going to show you some things. Stay to the end. We've got a giveaway. stay to the end, you get a back massage, stay to the end, whatever that might be. But also opening some loops about the power of the strategy. So it's really important that you actually watch this presentation and you go through and go, what points can I bring out of the presentation and maybe put back in the beginning to kind of, pat the pillow before you lay in it, to be able to, get them some super excited energy about, wow, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be incredible. So you might even have, let's say, a case study. So since we're talking about funnels in this one, let's say you're already doing brand sites. You're already doing blogging. You're already doing landing pages. You might want to give a little case study right up front here to say, look, before we actually jump into today's training, I just want to show you some of the results that we've gotten for our customers. So put one in the chat box if that makes sense, yes? So yes, it says traffic up here because this is the last week, and we're going to get into funnels. It's the same thing, they're just different links. So what I'm trying to, it might be better is to show you the actual next slide so we don't confuse anyone. There we go. Actually, that slide's out of order. Hold on 2 seconds. There we go. So the funnels here, same thing, I'll just rewrite it real quick, is now this week's training. So we're giving you a slide deck. So if you go to strategicmarketer.com/done for you funnel slides, you're going to see an amazing new slide deck that you've never seen before. So I'm just going to open this up here really quickly. And where are we at here? Done for you funnels webinar. So you're not going to be able to see that because I have to reshare my screen, stop sharing, and then now I have to reshare. There we go. Share screen. There we go. Okay, now you can see that. So these are your slides. So you're going to go, and the good news is if you've gone over one of these webinars, it's almost identical for the intro. But what I want to make sure that I emphasize is that you have a key role. Going through this script, so let's just open the script real quick. So if you go to strategicmarketer.com/done for you funnels opening, so let's put that in the chat. I'm sorry, let's put that in the, let's see here. There we go. So you can see here, let me close, I don't know why this is. Okay, so here's exactly what you say on each slide. So we've given you the script. I just want to emphasize that if this is your second or third webinar you're putting together, you don't have to go exactly by this format. It's just critical these first 5 minutes that you're setting the pace for the training. So if you're not getting people to stick and you're looking at your webinar going, wow, I got 20 people in, right? And only about 4 stayed to the end, right? Here's what we do all the time. We change the beginning. So changing the beginning and getting better hooks is much better because you think of it, if you've got, let's say, a 10% close rate, if you can get 10 more people to stay to the end, you've made another sale. If you can get 20 people to stay to the end, you've made another sale. Or you made 2 sales. If you get 30 people to stay to the end, you've made 3 sales. So getting people to stay to the end as opposed to changing the middle. So I want to put this back up on the screen because the next point I want to make here is if you go to, let me put the handy dandy laser pen here. So if this is the opening and this is the close and this is the presentation in the middle, you get the opportunity to split test the opening and the closing. So let's say you're getting 10 people to the end and no one buys. 10 people to the end or no one opts in. Well, change your offer. Don't change the middle because I can guarantee you this. It is going to be very, very difficult for you to improve on what I've been doing for the last 5 to 8 years. So the language, the slides, the angles, the psychology, all that has been literally for years and years and years done and redone and done and redone. As we watch the numbers, we figure out where the rough spots are, we take those out, change those back in. So we have literally given you the best of the best content to put in the middle here. So really, if you're going to spend any time at all, it should not be taking the slides and redoing the middle here. It should not be, yes.
I'm sorry, we cannot see your screen with the slides. It's
Oh, you
just
can't.
you. No.
That's interesting.
So if you could just bring them up, that'd be great. And hi, everyone.
Okay, so I hit share.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Myself. No, sure. That's all.
So so let me show this again. So this is the opening, and this is the close, and this is the presentation in the middle. Some of you are going to be tempted to say, "Oh, well, I heard how David did it. We have this funnel transcript of exactly what they're saying. Why don't I do it?" And it can be my voice at the beginning, my voice in the middle, and my voice at the end. And what I'm going to plead with you, don't do it, young person. Don't be a rebel. If you're going to spend the time to change anything, focus on the opening or focus on changing the close. Because when you have a second voice, your business feels bigger. When Steven comes on and says, "Hey, I'm director of strategies," or one of the directors of strategies at our company, you just sound big, even though you might not have any employees or any staff at all. When you bring another voice on, you position yourself as a much bigger company. So put one in the chat box if that makes sense, that I want you to spend time, if you're going to spend time on anything, once you get your webinar up, to change the closing to a different offer. Change the price point. Add some more stuff to it. So let's say you're doing funnels, and now you're going to say, "Hey, we'd like to do a free blog for you," right? Do a free blog and give a free lead magnet next time. Change up the offer. "Hey, we'd like to redo your website." So don't change the middle, change the end of the beginning. Now, on top of that, I want to let you know that the middle has lots into it. So let's take a look at this presentation, because boy, I took this presentation from literally 90 minutes down to 42. It was so difficult because there's so much to talk about when it comes to actual funnels. So let's actually dive in here, and I'm going to open up. So I first start out, we talk about, hey, let's define a sales funnel. And we're going to talk about 3 secret strategies: a brand strategy, a lead strategy, and a traffic strategy. So then we go through in enormous detail and take them through this roller coaster of emotion and talking about trends and logic when it comes to, like, wow, I really need my website to convert. And then we go into introducing the psychology of a one-page website funnel or a brand site. And then we do a side-by-side comparison. And then we say, look, we use something called story block strategies, where each individual block tells a story, unlike others that makes it look like a tax audit. And then we talk about the psychology of the funnel, where I go into, does your website have an attention-getting headline? Does it have an attention-getting image? Does it have attention-getting button? Do you have your promise straight up front? Do you have reviews? Do you have a detailed service offering? Do you have clear call to actions? And then we go into the 21 story block formula, which again, we kind of got grayed out here a little bit. So it feels like they want to learn more about this. Now that's secret strategy number 1. Then we get into secret strategy number 2, which is a lead strategy. And then we talk about marketing versus sales. What's the difference between the two? And we have to think more like a business, less like a business person, and more like a fisherman. Because the keys are, you have to have the right offer and you have to have the right call to action. And that means the right bait or the right hook. So combining them together. So then we go over the best lead magnets, the best call to actions. So we say, look, you've got a choice. You can hire a 24-hour service that calls and generate leads, and it's going to cost you a small fortune, or you can have a lead magnet. And we talk about whether it's website, blog, videos, your lead magnet can be generating leads for you 24/7. And obviously, if you know you got funnel pages, you've got lots of lead magnets already built into it. So then we get into the third level, which is traffic. And we talk about how to get unlimited amounts of targeted visitors to your brand site, your offers, your website, your lead magnets, and that's with content marketing. And we give them a strategy of how we content market. So, we talk even about how we actually optimize 5-step strategy that you can copy and paste to optimize your content to get traffic. And then what most people don't do is they don't market their content. You can't just let it sit out there and hopefully someone finds it. Market it on your Facebook profile, your networking groups, send it out to current customers, do email. So we put all that together and summarize it so that I can hand it, or we can hand it back over to you and give a special offer. So let me make sure you understand. Do you think that your offer needs to have blogging, websites, funnels in it? No, it doesn't. It just needs to have any offer that you want. So even though we're training on these topics, you don't have to offer any of this, or you could offer just one piece of it. So to say, look, we've got some opportunities right now where we're opening up a beta program, and we like to do a free keyword research for you or a free blog for you. So, and that would be your call to action. So any questions on this? Any questions on this so far? Does that make sense? Because now we're going to get into your part where we hand it over to you. So at the end of the video, it says, thank you so much. We've got something really special for you. So we're going to hand it back over to the team. So any questions on that? Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, looks amazing. Good. Thank you so much. What else? Any other questions on this? No? Pretty clear? Now, again, it's the same strategy over and over and over again. And what we didn't want to do is take a strategy and then change it all the time, right? So we're giving you the same tactic, but here's what's most important about. Now, so when we hand over to you, this is your slide, and then you'll go through and really just read the slides, right? This is your script. So you come back on and say, hey, thank you so much, everyone. Boy, Steven did such a great job. Let me ask everybody, give me some feedback if you're doing it live. Say, look, I showed you, you showed up today for a reason, maybe more than one. Maybe you showed up because you're trying to get your website to convert. Maybe you showed up because you're trying to grow your business. Maybe you showed up today because of whatever. And you got two choices. So here's what we like to do. We like to do this. And then you get into your product and give them the result. And then you give a testimonial. And if you don't have a testimonial, just delete this. Don't think, oh my goodness, I can't do this if I don't have a testimonial page. Then you go into bonus. Now, if you give a free offer away, do you need a bonus? Let me ask you that. If you give a free offer away, should you have a bonus? The answer is no. If you have a free offer, you should not sell what's already easily sold. Don't push it, because it will become more unbelievable in kind of what's the catch. Why are they pushing this amazing offer so hard? They're not going to make any money on it. Why? What's behind the curtain that I don't know about? So you should never ever have a bonus on a free offer. These bonus slides are only for if you have a paid offer. So let me give you a few insights on the paid or the bonuses you could do. And this is going to relate to something I'm going to go over in just a minute as well. Most of you give your email, your phone number to your clients. Agreed? Well, you shouldn't be doing that. You should have some type of, and you can type into Google, free support ticket system. You should have some type of free support ticket system where they go and they put in a ticket just like you do with us, and put in a ticket, and then you're going to answer it in 24 hours. Because an easy bonus to put on the slide is you're going to upgrade their support. And upgraded support means that they get access to you. Does that make sense? Yes? So, matter of fact, let me give you a strategy that most of us in the internet marketing world implement. Anybody hear of Voxer? V-O-X-E-R? Voxer? So Voxer is an app on your phone, and it's like a walkie-talkie. And instead of someone calling you in the middle of a meeting, what that you can do is you can set up a Voxer and say, look, when you want access to me, all you have to do is go to Voxer, log in, and then do an audio and send it to me. And then all your customers' Voxer audios will come up and you can reply directly back to them. So what this does is it keeps things organized where you can answer your clients' questions at your convenience. But also, client questions sometimes get a little complicated. So you don't want to type this out in email. I mean, most of us have seen those long emails, right? And you don't want to do it in a text message. So Voxer is a great strategy to give them access to you. Now, you should be charging for that. So for example, if you want 48-hour support, that's your typical. If you want 24-hour support in my direct email, that's another level. If you'd like my mobile phone or a Voxer level, that's another level of support. So don't give all this away that you're already giving. Take it back a little bit, right? And then understand when they get that, even if you give it for free back to them, they're going to value it because you're at least going to put a value on it. Because you're not putting value in your time, you're not putting value on your mobile phone, you're not putting value on these types of strategies. So easily you can add a bonus immediately is upgrade their support level. Does that make sense? Yes? Everybody get that? It's Voxer. Yes, Voxer. Voxer. So let me, there we go, Voxer. So what questions do you have on that? Does that make sense? How you can easily put a bonus into one of these just as a support. Doesn't have to be really big. Now, a lot of you have multiple software. So you could actually make your bonus something else. So it's always nice to put in another hook. So let me explain what this means. So let me go back here. Let me add. So what you could do, and what's important is why we gave you these 4 webinars, is a lot of you are going to send one lead to one webinar. And that's it. And they're going to send another lead to other webinars. So this is let's say this is social media. This is reputation. This is traffic. And this is funnels. This is the wrong thought process. What should happen is reputation should be here. Traffic should be here. And funnels should be here. In any one of those orders, doesn't matter. But you don't want to go this way and give individual. You want one person to go through the entire process. So let me ask you, should you put your clients through this whole process? Should every client that buys your social media, should immediately 2 weeks later they be added so they can see your reputation course or training? Yes? So someone says, this is not as easy as GoToWebinar to find. Sorry. Well, we're streaming inside the Facebook group, so we thought it would be easier to find. But don't worry, we'll email this out to you. Really apologize for that inconvenience. So this is the automation you should be thinking about. If you have these services, you have these products, it's really critical that you put every single one of these in an order to automate it. So just imagine, I know it's going to take a little work, but let me tell you, it's not going to take nearly the work of putting all these from scratch, because I've already spent hundreds of hours on all 4 of these webinars to give all this to you, so you could just spend a few hours putting it all together. But I can almost guarantee this, when you've got 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 connected, you're going to just be blown away by how educated your customers are in the next 4 to 8 weeks, because they've gone through and visited some of these trainings. You're going to be blown away by your email list that is going through social media, reputation, traffic, and fun. And all of a sudden you get the call and say, yeah, I loved what you did with that traffic retargeting stuff. So tell me more about that. And you're like, whoa, where did that come from? You did nothing more. You can set this and forget this. So if there's one thing in the next week you should be doing, it's making sure that you stop getting distracted with all the other things and at least get one webinar down. And if you get that one webinar, don't you dare stop. Put another one right next to it. So it says, hey, David, I'm putting a presentation together tomorrow using this exact slide deck. My bonuses are extra ad set, an authority pop, an abandoned cart. Do you think these are good bonuses? So I don't know what your exact presentation is, but the way the bonuses should work, if this is your main offer, your bonuses should always enhance the offer, right? So bonuses aren't designed to sell. Let me explain that. Bonuses are never designed to sell. They're designed to knock people off the fence. So don't think, because here's what's going to happen. The more you distract people from adding another bonus that isn't congruent with your offer, the more it's going to be, it's like, whoa, hold on, I don't understand that. See, like if there's a bonus we gave everyone that was in the partnership program. And we also allowed everyone in our legacy mastermind to have it too, which is we're going to do software with you. We're going to build software and we're going to give it to you for life. Now that is a way out of bounds bonus, right? Way over here. That's crazy talk. But you know who we are. We know who you are. You understand that we build software. But for a brand new cold person, they'd be like, well, what's that all about? Why is he teaching us how to build software? I'm trying to market to local businesses. I don't want to build software. You could literally throw that so far out that you would lose the sale. But we understand that you know who we are. We only made that offer to our close customers that we're going to give you access to be able to do that. And because you would love software for life, we've never done that, so that's a cool feature. But to learn how we do it, because we built 18 different platforms, that's also really cool too. So we feel comfortable by adding a way out of bound bonus that's super special only for our VIP clients and customers. But we would never, ever do that bonus for someone that's brand new, doesn't know anything about us, because it would distract them and overwhelm them, and they would have more questions like, well, how does that fit in? And why do I want to learn how you're building software? It doesn't make sense. And so you always want to make sure your bonuses are congruent with your offer. Does that make sense? Yes? So what are some good bonuses for retargeting? You know, let me ask you this. As we get into more training in this next upcoming mastermind season, would you like to take these webinars? And so this is totally up to you. Would you like to take these webinars? And you know how you got the opening? I think you got the opening down. Would you agree with that? Like, look, you can do this opening. And then we train, right? This is the presentation. This is the webinar. It sounds like some of you, the struggle is the close. Would you guys agree with that? This close is like, well, what are my offers? What are my bonuses? How do I enhance that? So what if we did this? What if we took the 4 webinars that we did in each week, not in a row, but we took 1 week and we said, look, we're just going to work on this. And then we'll mastermind together and we'll say, look, when it comes to funnels, here's 3 offers and here's 6 bonuses that you can choose. And here's the price points. So we can literally hand that to you. And then you go, oh, I can follow one of these tracks already. Now, granted, a lot of this information is already in your tracks, right? Because we have 36 different offers, foot in the door strategies and all that. But maybe you just need to be spoon-fed a little bit more because there's a lot to this. So put one in the chat box if you would like that. So Derek says, I'm still confused as to how to connect the webinars with funnel pages to create an Insta webinar. Derek, we're going to get into that. So you don't worry about that one bit. We're going to show you. So put one in the chat box if you would like to do that. With that, I would need probably all of you to say yes to that if we're going to do that, because that's a pretty big training. There's a lot of work to be done there. But remember, it's training we're going to do, so it'll replace other stuff that we might be doing. So is that good? Yes? Lots of ones on that. Okay, good. So I'll consider putting that together where we'll start working on the closes for each of these webinars. So Glenn's like 1. Catherine's like, yes. Okay, good. So love that. Okay, so now that let me put the slides back up on the screen. So here are your links. So let me show it one more time so you can screenshot this. And the I want to take the comment off. Hide current comment. There we go. All right. So let me just go full screen with that so you can see it. Okay, so now here are all the links. So screenshot those because you have everything you need. So what I want to do is take a few more moments to answer all your questions. And then I want to go through something I think is really critical for the next coming weeks and months here. So put your question in the chat box. Let me open my screen here and I'll make sure I get to them. But I want to let you know that something big is about to change. And it's because our superpower, I believe, has been scaling marketers from 0 to 100,000. We built 18 different enterprise software platforms, had thousands run through our mastermind, and we've had so many being successful starting from 0 and never making any money online. So this is why you're in the mastermind, because for reputation, and maybe you've never seen it before, but we built 6 platforms for that. For traffic, we built 4 platforms for that. For social, we built 3 platforms for that. And for funnels and automation, we built 5 platforms for that. So with 18 different software around 4 different core strategies, each of these cores can actually help you get from 0 to 6 figures. But here's the question. How do you get to 250,000 to $1 million? And more of you than ever have asked in this last 4 months, so what are the strategies to get to that? Or more important, how do you go from a $500 a month client to a 2K client? And here's what we would say. I mean, I've said this in nauseam. Hey, well, if you're doing that in reputation, just add traffic. If you're doing that in traffic, then just add social. I mean, it makes sense, right? You're just stacking the offers. The problem is the time it can take to put all that together. Meaning, I have all these clients, now I got to resell them traffic. And that takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort to do it. So what we realized was we haven't created a clear path for everyone who wants to make 250,000 to $1 million plus a year. So we've done a great job from 0 to 100,000, and we have lots of customers making that type of money, but they figured it out all themselves. But all that's going to change because we believe that we can create a new path to bigger, more powerful opportunities for you to make a lot of money. And so we want to put the full resource of our company to be behind each one that wants to do this. And that's what we called our partnership program. So I want to do some math for a moment because I think this could be a big aha moment for some of you. I think it's great. Selling $200, $300, $500 a month, $1,000 a month clients is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that. I love that. That's exactly where I started. But that's not where I ended. So how many clients do you need to make $250 a year if you had $2,000 a month? How many? How many? Think of the math. Right? Not a lot. 10. 10. You don't even need an administrator to do 10. Right? You don't. You can do all that yourself. As a matter of fact, we know what you need to do and what software to do it in that'll automate almost everything. So you don't have to barely anything. So if all you need is 10, that's just 1 client a month. So we believe wholeheartedly that you could get 1 client a month. But it can't be a client that's 300 to 500 or 500 to 1,000 or 1,000 to 1,500 a month. It has to be a client that is $2,000 a month at a minimum. That's a mind shift for a lot of you. So put one in the chat box. Just admit, let me know, hey, that's a little bit of a shift for me, right? That's a little bit of a struggle. I don't know if I would pay $2,000 a month for these services, so I don't know how to sell these at $2,000 a month, right? So yeah, it's not easy at all. But if you want to make now $500,000 a year, how many clients is that? 20. That's only 2 a month. Think about that for a moment. 1 client every other month? Holy cow. We're not asking for the world. We're asking just for you to find the right prospect, the right client. Now, if you want to make $1 million, that's 4 a month. It's just 1 client a week. Some of you in moments have gotten one client a week very easily, but then you got distracted and you got into all this stuff and maybe you bought some new products and services and you just weren't focused. And here's the most important part. You have to be focused if you want to hit those numbers on making sure the 500, the 1,000, the $1,500 a month clients don't distract you. There are hundreds of thousands of businesses paying more than $2,000 a month for services. Hundreds of thousands. And you and I have a choice. They could pay someone else or they could pay us. So why would they pay us over someone else? That's the big question. Does that make sense? I think the real aha moment for you to shift your thinking is, why are they going to pay you versus paying somebody else? Would you agree with that? How many of you put one in the chat box if that's you saying, look, that's a little bit of a struggle for me. I don't know why they would pay me, right? Now, 500, 600, 1,000, I get that. But $2,000 a month, that's a little bit of a stretch. Well, let me explain where that psychology comes from. Because out of all our customers and over the years, there are really 3 failures we call scale fails. If you want to scale up, you have to scale your customer to a $2,000 or more. And there's 3 huge pitfalls. One is you failed to solve a total solution. See, the reason you're not going after a $2,000 client is you only have 1, maybe 2 products. So you're trying to fit your square peg into a round hole. Now, we show you how to do it. We give you scripts. We give you foot in the door. We give you free offers, one-time offers, residual. We can show you how to hammer that thing in. But the problem is that it's not as easy sometimes because you're educating a business owner about your product and your services and your benefits. So high-ticket clients don't want to work with just one marketer with one service or one marketer with 2 services. That would be like going to one dentist or a mechanic. Let's say you go to a mechanic, right? You do one for your carburetor. You do one for your diagnostics. You got to go to another one for your tune-ups. You got to go to another one for your tires. You got to go to another one. I mean, who wants to do that? So understand this. Every single business you get in a hold of, every business, after the last 5 to 8 years, they're very educated on social reputation, funnels, and traffic. Would you agree? You don't. Now, I'm not talking new customers, new businesses. I'm talking about those that are making money, that are spending money on marketing. Every time you talk to them, you go, wow, that's an educated business owner. They're asking good questions, right? Because they want to work with someone that has a total solution, not just a small little piece. Would you agree with that? Yes? Yeah. But 2, you're failing and I'm failing to sell what the client wants. So with all this education, secretly, in the privacy of their own home, sipping a cup of coffee in the morning, they're thinking, man, I wish I had a website that converted. Our website sucks. Ring, ring. Hey, we've got a brand new beta program that can help you with your reputation. Beta program, reputation? Secretly, man, I wish they were calling me about a website. Does that make sense? So they're online, they're looking at their reviews, and they got 4 or 5 bad reviews. They're drinking a cup of coffee in the morning. They're like, man, I wish I could do my reputation, get that figured out. Ring, ring. Hey, we have this special beta program to help you with your social media. Oh, okay. Well, what's that about? Man, I secretly wish they could help me with my reputation. Businesses want something right now. The problem is you don't know what they want. Because if you ask what they want and you don't have it, you don't make a sale. So instead we go in, and this is a start, right? You're new, you go into your product or service, you're very focused, right? You do one thing, you do it really well, and you get some customers. But that's not where you stay. You have to stay by building a total solution for that business. So any questions on that? Are we good with this so far? Yes. Does that make sense why some people can't scale fast? Is because they don't have a total solution and they can't sell what a business wants. They have to sell what they have. So Lastly, they fail to sell high ticket clients because their marketing doesn't speak to high ticket clients. Their sales isn't geared towards high ticket clients, and the fulfillment isn't done for high ticket clients. It's overwhelming because you get distracted by the new customers. You're distracted by the ones that are so needy. So they're not consistent. If you think, look, my entire goal in the next 10 months is 10. That's it. If I get a $500 client, I want to call Mike Maggs and I want to give it to him, right? If I get a $700 client, I want to call Carrie. I want to split it with her, right? If I get a $1,000 client, I'm gonna call James, and I want to split it with him. But I'm not taking him. My goal is a $2,000 plus client. So these three scales really are a struggle. So how do we solve these problems? Well, what we realized was, what if you had everything? What if you had it all? What if we just opened it up for a price point that you could have pro access to all the software? So you can literally walk into any business and every business becomes a client because you can give them what they want. They want traffic, we got that. They want retargeting, they got that. They want social, we got that. We want email marketing, we got that. We want lead capture, we got that, right? You would have everything. But we realized, even though it solved the problem, total marketing solution, sell what businesses want. It would make it 10 times easier to sell everything. You could scale a $300 prospect and instantly turn them into a $1,000 client. You could turn into a one-stop shop and every single business could be a customer. Every business. I mean, do you realize, do you know who HubSpot is? HubSpot couldn't compete with you. Yelp can't compete with you. There is no business that I've ever seen that would be able to compete with you with 18 different software platforms at your fingertips. You'd be invincible. You'd have a total solution. But here's what we realized. If we just gave out software, you have to manage 18 prescriptions. You'd have an expense of over $2,000 a month because if you added up all the software subscriptions, it'd be over $2,000. And then there'd be no coaching, no training for these $2,000. There'd be no fulfillment strategies. You'd call us up, be like, hey, I want to fulfill with this strategy, but what do you think? And we'd like, well, okay, sounds good, right? So we as a company said, we got to start gearing up for these $2,000 customers that we want to get our clients focused on. So that means we need to rethink our sales coaching. We need to rethink our fulfillment strategies. We need to rethink all this. And that's what we've been doing for 6 months. And so what we realized is we needed a partnership program. We needed to come out with a new way of thinking that would partner with you to help you get to $2,000 clients or more. And this would easily, with just 10 customers, get you to 250, and with 20 customers, get you $500,000. And once you get to that, you could easily scale past $1 million. So here's what we did. We said, look, step one, we're going to give everybody that's in our partnership program all the software, access at the pro level. Sounds pretty good, right? So a lot of you have some of this or have most of this. And this is why in the mastermind, we said, look, choose 3 because there are 3 that you don't have. So we kind of got to it with our mastermind, but we said in this new partnership program, we say, look, you get open access to everything. And then we said, we need to come up with not just coaching, but we need to come up with packages and bundles to hand to each individual agency to say, look, here you go. Here's how you get your $2,000 customer. Here's how you get your $2,000 customer. Here's how you get your $2,000 customer, right? We need to figure that out. So we decided to create a weekly cash stack sales bundle. And we are actually giving everyone in the mastermind access to this. So with the $2,000 client in mind, we're just not going to give you these simple little strategies. We're going to be building $2,000 a month client packages to teach you how to sell, to teach you how to fulfill, and that's going to be included in this. But then we realized, you know what? We also need to make sure they're supported by giving them the on-demand training vault. Now, all of you have access to this, right? So this is in our partnership program, but it's also in the mastermind as your legacy. So you get that as well. And then we have concierge support. And in the mastermind, at your legacy level, we give you one, what we call concierge credit. But with our partnership program, we realized, look, we need to do a fulfillment, but we also need to do a support credit. So we're giving them 2 credits every single month. So let's say they've got a $2,000 client and they're trying to work on a proposal and they need to contact us and talk to one of our coaches about how to structure the proposal or how to price it correctly. They can use a support credit. But what if they get that $2,000 customer? Well, now they can come to us and we can get our best support team to help them put a strategy together for fulfillment. So put one in the chat box if you start to see that what we've done is we've taken the basics of our mastermind and we've enhanced it into a partnership program that everyone else gets access to, but they will never get access to what you have. So this is why we raised everything to a different price level that no one will ever get what you have, but you got a lot of this in your mastermind already. So I want to show you the differences here, because if you wanted your reputation set up, you wanted social covers created, you wanted one-on-one accountability because you just need your tail kicked a little bit and a little prod in the right direction, you can do that. So plus obviously our support ticket system and our partnership Facebook group and our concierge phone number, all that's available. And then our software beta access. So we gave you this too. We put this in the partnership program, but we're also allowing you in the mastermind to get access to this as well. So I want to put it all on the screen here so you can see this, because when we talk to you, our partnership pro, which is all the software, you are, and I'm going to check this, right, is what you don't have. Then our weekly cash stack, right? You've got that already, so you can cross that out. Your on-demand training vault, you've got that already, so you can cross that out. Our partnership concierge, so you've already got 1 credit, but we're going to cross out 1 credit here because you don't have that. Our partnership program, beta program, you don't have that. I'm sorry, you have that, so we're going to cross that out. Our high ticket sales system, this is going to be a lot different than just the training in those cash stack bundles, right? We're going to be creating systems for that $2,000 customer. So for example, we realized that we could be doing these webinars that I just did for you. Instead of doing just one webinar on just funnels, we can create a webinar on funnels and traffic. And how do we make that offer? So we're going to work our way backwards of what's the $2,000 package to put together, and then how do we present the webinar to do that? So that's something called our automated high ticket sales system. Our marketing certification. So reputation marketing is the next certification. We gave you that. So we took it out of our partnership program and gave it to the mastermind. So you got that. So I'm going to cross that out. Our partnership fast track. This is for those that are struggling, that are new. We have all these immersive trainings that we're doing in the first 4 weeks of the next mastermind. They can jump in. How do I set up my billing? How do I set up a website if I want to get a domain? Those types of things that are really basic but seem to get a lot of people stuck. We're going to have access to that. So if that's you and you're still in this mastermind, you haven't figured out those things, that might be super valuable for you. The Build With You software. I'm crossing out because you have access to that as well inside the mastermind. And then our partnership affiliate access. This is going to make some people a lot of money. Never before have we ever allowed anyone to be an affiliate, right? So we're actually allowing you guys to actually affiliate. So this is amazing. So this partnership affiliate access. So all put together, we created what we call the partnership program, and that's at strategicmarketer.com/1. Now, I want to say this. Some of you right now are paying about $1,000 a month with us already. Between the mastermind, between the software, you're already paying that. But you don't have everything here. So you might be saving money by getting this. For others, you might only be paying $400, $500, $600. But for a few $100s, you could get everything. So that every single business you contact can be a customer. Every single business you have a contact, you could actually have a full comprehensive plan for them. Every single client you go after, can be a $100,000 customer for you. That's the goal of this partnership program, is for us as a company to put our entire resources behind you so that you can actually now not make a little bit of money, but a lot of money, and then have the ability to scale. And it's going to be very difficult to scale if you stay in the thought process of one client at 300, another client at 300, another client at 500, another client at 400. I mean, you got to have a lot of clients. That's a lot of customer service. That's a lot of follow-up, right? That's a lot of customer support. And don't get me wrong, I love that thought process. It's great to stay there if you want to make a little bit of money, if you want to have a good side hustle, if you want to actually, build a six-figure income. But for some of you, you don't want to be at six figures. Matter of fact, some of you left lives where you made a lot more than that to get into this business. But we have not created a clear path for you. And so with the partnership program, we're going to. So I wanted to take the time to go through this with you of why we're creating it, letting you know kind of side by side, because I can't have this conversation with anybody else but you. You're our family, you're our best customers, to show you what you get. But see, the check marks is what you don't have right now. So here's what I want you to do. If this is something that interests you, you can actually go and let me actually see if I've got this here. Let me keep this. I don't think I've got a it's strategicmarketer.com/book, right? So maybe we can put in the chat box. Maybe can somebody put that and I'll put it up on the slide. Can somebody type in strategicmarketer.com/book? And then I would just put it up there. I appreciate that. So is the partner program already filled? No, it is not. But here's what we're saying. We're only adding 100 people to the partnership program. That's it. But the reason it's not filled is it's not filled for you. Everyone in the mastermind can upgrade to the partnership program, even if it's at 100. That's the privilege we're giving you. So we're giving you a lot of cool extra stuff that we're not giving anyone else. And we've created a whole bunch of things that I think will really help you. One, let me put this up here, is if you get to the partnership program, how many of you have just paid for like Lead Kahuna or Ad Kahuna for the whole year, right? And you go, well, I just paid for these. I wish I would have used that money to get in this program, right, instead, because it's going to give me access to it. Well, here's the cool part. If you get into the partnership program and in 2 or 3 or 4 months you decide that it's not for you, or life happens, whatever that is, we will grandfather you back to where you were. So this is why we're doing white glove helping you. If you're 11 months or you're 1 month into an 11-month subscription, if you ever decide to cancel the partnership program, we'll put you right back where you were. You'll still have that 11 months. You'll still have that 7 months. You still have that 6 months. So again, go to strategicmarketer.com/1 if you want access to that. So I want to get to a few questions that are coming in. I literally just paid. So Carrie says, I pay more than $9.97 a month. So Carrie, you want to probably get this then, right? Absolutely want to get this. So you want to upgrade to strategicmarketer.com/1. Now, I'm going to get to a few questions here because I know that for some of you, you're like, okay, so how is this different again? So I'm trying to go what's the word I'm looking for? As slow as I can with kind of explaining this, but I've got a few written out that I think would be super valuable. So what is a legacy seat or membership in the mastermind? So last year in November 2021, the Genius Mastermind is no longer available to any new enrollment. So by staying in the program and paying $397, you secure a legacy seat to the membership at price lock of $397 a month, which is our mastermind service. So this is a separate program than partnership. They're in parallel, right? And so what's included is part of my legacy seat in the mastermind. Well, you get what we've all talked about, the private mastermind Facebook group, Pick 3 software, weekly live training, 250 done for you leads every single week, concierge support, and done with you credits. If I skip or do not enroll in the new mastermind, do I lose my legacy price lock? Well, we create something really cool for this. We said the deeply discounted mastermind price lock in software, what we're going to do is if you ever want to stop, will allow you to stop for up to 4 months. And then you can get back in. But anything longer than 4 months, you would lose it. So we're giving you what's called a one-time gap policy. When we open up enrollment, you can choose to skip that, but you only get one skip. So we know life happens. We know that, things happen. And so, everybody's going in different directions, but we have a lot of mastermind members that come right back. Remember, you are the only ones in our list that have access to this. We're never opening again. It'll always be at this price for you. Now, is the new next mastermind the same as the new partnership program? The answer is no. The new mastermind means the next session, which is different than the partnership program. So why didn't we get the option to join the agency partner program before it opened? And ultimately, we didn't want you to feel any pressure like you should lose or leave or anything. And I wanted to have a discussion with you where we could actually talk and answer your questions about what you have. More importantly, that you could actually book a time with us and we could go over your account to see what makes sense for you. So this is in no way, shape, or form us wanting to upsell you or wanting to get you into the partnership program. This is just us adding a partnership program for other customers and then saying, look, if you would like to, then it's open to you as well. And we're giving you some privileges, like we're not putting a cap. So if we're at 100 and you decide, hey, I want in, you're in. So you have those privileges. So you're going to get at, so what's the difference between the mastermind and the new agency partner program? So the agency partner program, the big difference is you get 18 software at a pro level. There's a new Facebook group that we're just creating for those because all we're going to be talking about is $2,000 customers. That's it. So we're not talking about foot in the door strategies. We're not talking about, residual strategies at 500 to 1,000. The new Facebook group that we're creating for the partnership is only focused on high ticket customers. So, plus they'll be getting ongoing certifications as long as they're in the program. So are there different levels to the agency program? And the answer is yes. So I want to show you what a lot of our members actually have upgraded to. And I want to do a schematic so you could see here. So a lot of our customers said, look, we have more than, 15 customers, 10, 15 customers. And when you get a pro version of our software, typically that helps you get between 10 and 15 customers to be able to fulfill on. So a lot of our customers want unlimited. So we had to create another program. But when we put the limited together, it's $650 a month for unlimited for Rep Kahuna. Now, I know some of you might have a special offer that you're grandfathered in at because you've been a long-term customer. But realize our unlimited is $650 a month just for Rep Kahuna. So what we did is we said, look, we're going to create an unlimited on just about everything here is an elite level. So if you're past 10, 15 customers, then you might want to go to strategicmarketer.com/elite. And in that page, you're going to see a lot of side-by-side comparisons. And one of the things that we give here is Voxer. So I have Voxer on my phone. And when you're in the elite, I want to explain this as clearly as I can, because when you're shooting for $1 million a year plus, you need a partner. And what John and I and our team want to do is we want to be a partner with you. So we realize at that level, at $2,000 a month, that we're going to give you 5-day-a-week access to us. Now, I got to let you know, I love you. I'll do anything for you. And you guys know me really well, and I know you. But John is probably one of the rarest guys I've ever met in my life. At Strategic Marketer, we probably only use about 30% of his talent in our business. The 70% of his gifting and expertise is rarely ever used because he has built a $50 million company. He has bought and sold companies. He's acquired companies. He's put together and run entire floors of marketers. His budget for PPC when he used to run a university marketing was over millions of dollars a month. So when it comes to that type of expertise, being able to pick up the phone and ask a question and get a C-level, CEO level response, that's priceless. So we realized that for those that are in the elite, we want to be accessible 5 days a week to answer your questions so that you can get to that level. So does that make sense? So one of the big things you'll be getting isn't just the huge value of software at the elite level, but you'll also be getting 2 senior founders and CEOs really side by side working with you. Not to mention access to our operations and access to other things in our company to help you be more successful. So that is our elite partnership program. So what I'm going to do is, I think I lost the, there we go. Okay. So, so you get all the services instead of 3. The answer is yes. So with the Agency Pro, you get all the services instead of the 3. Correct. So the access includes all the products billed annually with any upsells. Nope, you get everything. So again, Agency Pro, you get the Pro version of everything. In Agency Elite, you get unlimited versions of pretty much everything. So the Legacy 397 lock was able to be a mastermind that we were told that we were getting access to partnership program for the promised lifetime at $397 a month instead of the $997. So Jay, I can understand that you feel it wasn't explained very well because there's a lot to explain. So that's why I'm taking the time to do it now. So when I said you get a $397 price lock, that's what you got for everything that you got in November, December, January, and February. And then on top of that, we took our partnership program and we added more to your membership that you were never promised, never talked about. We just stacked more on top to be able to serve you better. But we created a brand new program. So what we're saying is that for that $397, you're getting not just the mastermind forever at that, but you're getting access to $997 programs that other people are paying $997 to get access to. So if you thought that maybe it was, well, the same program is now going to be in the mastermind, well, that would be different because honestly, if you think about it, most people pay more than $397 a month because they also have software. So if we included all the software into your $397, we'd actually end up losing financially. And you don't want, and trust me, the business that is serving you, you don't want them to lose money. You want them to make money so they can always be building, always be innovating, always be supporting you. So if you just think of that logic for a moment, I understand where you're coming from, and I'll take full responsibility for it being not explained, properly. But the best way I can say it again clearly as I can is that while others are going to pay $997 for these services, your mastermind at $397 has got these features in it. But in no time did we ever say that your mastermind would include all the software, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so thanks, Jay. I appreciate you, saying how you felt about that. Super valuable. But look, you made a great decision to get in the mastermind. You have a great decision to stay in the mastermind. We're going to run that forever until the last person says, I want out. You're going to have that. So don't worry about that. You've got a great opportunity. And trust me, there are hundreds of our customers right now that would love to have what you have right now inside the mastermind with everything you have. Because again, in order to get even some of what you have, they have to pay $997. So Bob says, I think you should go back and look at the webinar. It says we're getting what others will pay $997 for. So Bob, I just said that exactly 4 times. You're exactly right. So think of it. You're getting what others are paying $997 for. So let me go back to this slide. So thank you for saying that, Bob. I appreciate that. So you're getting, let me do this in yellow. You're getting Build with Your Lifetime software. Others are paying $997 for that. You're getting certification. You're not paying anything more, but others have to pay $997 to get that, right? So you're paying software beta program. Others are paying $997, but you're getting that, right? So what I said is absolutely truthful and accurate, as best as I can imagine it can be, is that what others are paying $997 for, you're getting access to that. But what I didn't say is that for $397, you're getting all the software. which is really the big, if you look at the big check marks here, does that make sense? So we don't need $397 more if we sign up. So the answer is correct. If you sign up for the Partnership 1 program, your $397 stops. All your bills stop. So if you've got 4 or 5 different software, all those will stop. And you'll just pay one simplified price of $997 for everything. So put one in the chat box if at least that concept alone is clear. Like, okay, I don't have these bills due at different times at different months. We're going to freeze all that and then just give you one bill a month for everything at $997. And then if every time you stop that, you can go back to and you're grandfathered in with all the same bonuses, all the same features, everything. So, okay, cool. Thank you so much. So our $397 access gives us access to Agency Pro access if we choose to upgrade to Elite version, correct? No, I apologize if that's what came. So our $397 Mastermind gives us access to some agency partnership programs. So it's better if you say it that way. So the $397, I know there's a lot of text on here, so let me just erase this. So the $397 gives you access to some of the partnership programs. The ones you don't have access to, I'm going to highlight in, yellow here to make it a little clearer. It doesn't give you all the software. It doesn't give you the extra concierge credit a month. It doesn't give you the automated high ticket sales system. It doesn't give you the partnership fast track, right? So there are some things that aren't. So look, for the $397, you're getting so much. But what we didn't want to do is leave you out of it. So I wanted to spend some time with you, making sure that you saw everything side by side. And here's what my suggestion. You can go to strategicmarketing.com/1, get access to it. Or you can just sign up to strategicmarketing.com/book and spend some time with us. Our goal is to serve you, not to sell you anything. Is to go through your, we can go through your software, go through what you want, and maybe some of you have been paying more than $997, and this would be cheaper for you. Maybe some of you are, a few $100 difference, and having everything is going to help you get those 2K clients. Going to help you have a full comprehensive offering so that you can get only 10 clients and make $250K. So there's no pressure. It's just us wanting to help you get clarity on the difference between the two, right? And it's interesting because the new customers that are in the partnership program, they don't have any questions, right? They're like super excited. They're stoked. It's $997. It's what they've been wanting. They wish they had kind of one bill to rule them all type of thing. So this isn't easy. I'll let you know it's not easy because you have so much of what we put in the partnership program, but the partnership program has some things that you don't have. And so to figure out what's right for you, just spend some time with us. We're happy to go through it with you. So within the last month, I paid 2 different $500 a year programs and would like to apply to the next month's Agency Pro. How can I get that done? Great question. So we might be able to do that. And I'm not saying we can. I'm saying we might. But you would need to sit down with our team. And if it was like within a week or so, we could probably do that. But if it's been a few months, what we do is we freeze it, right? So let's say you paid for Lead Kahuna 3 months ago. So you still have 9 months left, right? We'd freeze that 9 months. And then you're in the partnership program, right? Every single month. And then let's say a year and a half from now, you decide, oh, well, I'm getting out of the partnership program. We would give you back that 9 months and then you would continue. So you would have that. So what we do is we freeze everything the way it is. And then you start the partnership program and you get access to everything. And then if you ever get stopped, then you go back to the way it was. So it makes it easier that way. Hopefully that gives some comfort to you going, I don't like change. Hopefully you don't like change. So we're trying not to change it too much where it's very complicated. Wherever you are now, when you're in the partnership program, it's just one bill each month to rule them all. And then if you ever stop, it goes back to the way it was. Very simple. Can we get into the partnership program in the fall session? So I can tell you this. We are making this offer now to you guys if you want to upgrade. But we're saying, even if we have 100, you can still get in. But once we close this offer down, which is about, in the next week or so, we're going to keep it at 100. So what we can do is we can put you on a waiting list and we'll give you priority waiting list. So if someone doesn't get in that. So because it's important to understand that the partnership program, both the pro level and elite, we're that's in the mastermind. Those are all priorities, right, over all our other customers, and we don't have unlimited resources. So we're offering services to these that we can't give to everybody else. So I can't tell you, yes, you can upgrade in the fall because I don't know if it's going to be filled or not. So one of the users says it's way cheaper for me to get this. Yeah, so some of you, it's going to be cheaper, right? It's like, wow, this is amazing. And I just got one bill. So exactly. So let's see here. Bob Holly says, I felt the same way. Bob says, I felt the same way and I even shared it with John Don just on the call. So Bob, thank you for saying that. Bob, you're a special customer to us, but I can only let you know that I apologize if you thought that for the $397 you'd be getting all the software, because I don't think I've ever said that, and that you'd be getting extra concierge credits, because I don't have said that, or you get a $2,000 high ticket sales system. I don't think I've ever said that. But what I did say is that for the $397 you're going to be getting services that other people are going to be paying $997 for. That is what I said. And that is true, because what you see on your screen here, others, the only way they get access to it is they pay $997. But you're getting access to these things for only paying $397 because you're in our mastermind. So hopefully that makes sense. So for 3 days now, I thought I was getting the software for $397. Wow, it's incredible. Then I got on board and asking choose free software. Okay, so yeah, you know what? Also is a reminder, with the mastermind, you get 3 software. Like choose 3, right? So for some of you, that might be all of them, right? You've only got 3 left. So that's what I'm saying. Go to strategicmarketer.com/book. Sit down with us. Let's look through your account. Find out what the best solution is for you. Like, don't figure it out right now. Like, you don't have to make any decisions unless you know, oh, I'm already paying more than that. Let me go to strategicmarketer.com/1. And we have a lot of our customers, I shouldn't say a lot, probably 15 in this last week, that said, we've got lots of unlimited with you. The $2,000, we want access to you and John and your team, because we plan on making some big moves. And we got some customers that have 600 people into Rep Kahuna. I mean, we've got other customers that have hundreds of customers in Bright Social. So I mean, these are big enterprise platforms. So I don't know. I know you guys, but I don't know how your business and how intimate and how many customers you have in each of our software. So that's what I'm saying. Just sit down with us and let us know. This is confusing. It doesn't seem to match the sales webinar. So we are paying $397 a month for ongoing mastermind at a lock price, correct? But all the new trainings are no longer going to be happening. We only get access to re-recorded trainings in mastermind. So Jay, no, that's not true at all. It's not even close to what I've said. So I apologize if that's what you're hearing. Every week, we're going to be training you live, right? That's part of, see this here? So every week, we're not just going to be training you, we're going to be handing you these cash stack bundles live. So that means these done for you things. So it's not just training. These are actually resources to add to your business that are between $300 and $500 a week. So for instance, we're going to build scripts and hand them to you to use. We're going to build a webinar or a foot in the door, an automation, and hand it to you. So every week we'll be training on something new. So for example, Jay, so hold on. So I forget who the Facebook user said that was. So for example, everybody said, hey, can we take the current webinars and can we just work on the ends where we come up with all the offers and all the bonuses? We're going to be training. That's part of the mastermind. Does that make sense? So I know that's maybe a little confusing, but that we could do that for the next 4 weeks. And every week we take on a new one of those. So when you say you're not getting any training, it's me working with you and our team building the resources each and every week to hand you new strategies every single week. What's confusing is you're still calling the mastermind when you told us a couple weeks ago that you change it to a partnership program. You have to stop saying mastermind. So James, it's still the mastermind. It's still going to always be called the mastermind. You are part of the mastermind program. You're not a part of the partnership program. You have services, and you've got software, and you've got strategies that we have in the partnership program but it's still the mastermind. So I'd like you to rethink your thought process just a little bit, thinking, hey, you're in the mastermind. It's always going to be the mastermind. You're a legacy member of the mastermind. And we are putting some of the partnership programs inside the mastermind for you because we're trying to over deliver. We're trying to give you preference over everybody else. So James, when you let me say this a little bit differently. What's confusing is you said you're calling it a mastermind when you told us a couple weeks ago you changed it to the partnership program. No, it's not exactly what I said. If that's what you heard, I can understand. Let me explain what at least I thought I said. We are no longer continuing the mastermind for anyone else to get into. We're creating a new program called our partnership program, which everyone else will be paying $9.97 for. So without this information that you see here on the screen, I could see how you think, oh, well, you're not doing the mastermind is gone. And now the mastermind is now called partnership. No, they're two completely different programs, two completely different things, right? One has, it's really, if you look at your screen, and again, I know there's a lot of writing on it here. So again, look at the check boxes. There's only like 4 differences between the two programs, right? So again, it still is a mastermind, but we've stopped the mastermind. No one's getting in the mastermind. No one's ever going to get your pricing. No one's ever going to get these services for $397. Everyone else is paying $997. So the price lock after November 21st is clearly stated that we'll have to stay enroll forever to hold a spot. So we changed that. So we said you have to enroll forever, but if you want to stop, we give you up to 4 months to stop and then come back in again. So we changed that. So we felt some people said, look, I've got, what we're doing, and, can I have this next time off? So yes. So that's a new policy that we created. It's called the gap policy. So you can have a gap of one mastermind you can step out of. So are the cash stack bundles part of the $397? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So Bob, it's on the screen. I wish I'm glad you're telling me you're confused. I wish I knew what you were confused about. There's a partnership program that gets all of this, and a mastermind that gets some of this, and the check boxes are the ones that are the real difference. And so when I cross them out, when you ask me, are they included? If I crossed them out, they're included for you. That's why I crossed them out. It's like, no, I don't. I've already got this. I've already got the partnership. I've already got the certification. That's why I crossed them out. I completely understood the difference between the new Genius Mastermind and the 97, which I'm a legacy. Great job. Will app people be available to attend the Genius Mastermind Monday live sales training? Yes. Agency partner program? Yes. So the agency partner program and mastermind will get the weekly cash stack. They both get it. They both get it, right? So those are paying $997 get it, and those are paying $397 get it. So again, that's the value of being in the mastermind, is you get stuff that all the people are paying $997. And again, I can understand very clearly how, if you don't have this information, how you can assume, oh, the mastermind is changing into the partnership program. No, it's not. What I'm saying is that features and services that are in the partnership program have been added to the mastermind as a legacy, just to serve you and just to over deliver to you. No more sales training though. Let me ask you this, guys. When I say I'm training every single week, right? I want to find out what I'm saying wrong. When I say every single week, I'm training live with you and with the cash stack bundles, and our team is putting all these resources together for you. Why do some people think that the live training is going away? Can anybody explain that to me? So it sounds like it could be explained better with the funnel map. You're probably right. Can anybody explain that when I say yes, every Monday I'm still training, but it's not advanced anymore. It's going to be the cast stack bundles where we create a whole segment for you. And I'm going to ask you what you want. So we're going to show up live and I'm going to say, hey, for the next 3 or 4 weeks, what do you guys want? What do you need in your business? Oh, it'd be really great if you built this for us. Great. We're going to build it for you. Then I'm going to show up, train on it live, and hand you it. So why does that sound like you're not going to get any more live training with me? So Bob says, I think over the past few weeks, it's been very confusing. We've been told we should build on what we already been told, but it's clear that things have changed. The foundation now it's not clearly not what we thought it was. So Bob, those are all assumptions. And I can't, again, let me say this I feel like 20th time. I can understand when you hear the words, the mastermind is no longer going to be available. Now we're creating a partnership program that you could assume, oh, the mastermind is turning into the partnership program. It is not. The mastermind is staying the mastermind forever at $397. But in wanting to honor and serve you, we are taking some of our partnership programs and putting it in the mastermind where others to get it have to pay $997, but you're not. I'm trying my best but I can see where that comes from if you don't have this conversation. That's why I want to have this conversation with you so we could go clearly through it. Can you explain bonus 1 again? The high ticket sales system. So I knew someone was going to ask me that. So the high ticket sales system, you have some of that, right? But you don't have all of it. So you've got the 250 leads a week, right? You've got the weekly cash stack system, but we're creating resources in the high ticket that are just for high ticket that you won't be getting. So that's why I didn't check that. So if I was to break it down for you, just know that everything that we promised you, you're getting. The 250 leads a week, the weekly live trainings is part of that. But we're creating additional resources that are only focused on high ticket sales. So that's why it's called the automated high ticket sales system. So I'm creating some high ticket webinars. So at the end, I'll be talking about, $2,000 packages, $3,000 packages, $5,000 packages, right? So that's the difference between the two. So you will get some of what's in bonus 1, but just not all of it. So that's probably as clear as I could say it to make it make sense. So automated high ticket sales is just resources like a Facebook group, right? We're creating a new Facebook group for the partnership program that only thinks about high ticket sales. Where in the Genius Mastermind Facebook group that you'll still have, we can talk about high ticket sales, but we're not focused on that. We're focused on supporting what's in the mastermind. Patrick and Marina said the mastermind program is going away and converting into the partnership program. So Jay, I understand you that's what it sounds like, but it's not converting, right? It's not morphing into, we're adding it. So maybe that was misspoken, but I can let you know from the person that's creating it, we are not changing it. Because again, listen, let me just say it this way. And I know for some of you that get this, you're like, why does he keep talking about this? Because I want to serve everybody that's on the line here. If the mastermind was changing in the partnership program, we would have said you're getting all the software. Does that make sense? That's the big change. If you want to look at the screen here, that's kind of the big change. So we've never said that. So it's not changing into it. We're saying we're creating something new, which is a partnership program. So, and again, I wasn't on those calls with Marina and Patrick, but I can let you know, I can clearly understand where it would sound like that, or even if it was said that way, that's not correct. The correct would say is the legacy mastermind will continue to go on and we'll continue to add really cool stuff for you guys at the price point forever. So again, this isn't, guys, it's not a sales pitch to upgrade you. This is just to explain. If you want more, we've got more for you. If you don't, stay where you are because you have the best seat in town already. So if you're paying more, this is going to be great for you. If you're not paying more, then you don't want this, and that's fine. Everything stays the same. So Bob says, and Bob, I want to say this again because I love you and you're such a great customer. It has been said, Genius Mastermind ending, and it's being replaced. Yes. Look, if you have a car, let's say you've got a 1965 Mustang, and you're replacing it with a 2001 Mustang, the 65 Mustang did not morph into the new Mustang. They're two completely different cars. So I just want to let you know, when someone says the mastermind is ending, it's being replaced, that does not mean the mastermind is ending and it's changing and going to be now called the partner program. That's different, right? If you take a 65 Mustang, it's always going to be a 65 Mustang. So the mastermind will always be the mastermind. And we will have things that look maybe like the mastermind called the partnership program. Maybe have features of the partnership program, right? So, but they're two completely different things. But they're still Mustangs, right? So David, I've been with you since 2012. You always had a big heart and do everything possible to help us. Thank you so much. I see new changes and the opportunity to scale and level. That blows my mind. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. I feel like I needed that little attaboy a little bit. I don't think anybody's beating me up, but I feel obligated to serve you. I feel obligated for the trust you've put in us to make this as clear as possible for you. So I'm doing the best I can. So thank you so much. So, what does the schedule look like for future of each program? Catherine, thank you so much for asking that. So we still have Monday trainings, right? Which is going to be the same, but it's turning the cash stack bundles. We have Monday night trainings, which is still going to be the insider. So we go through each of those 4, right? We're still going to have independent trainings where we have, live trainings that we'll be doing. For instance, the dollar die, we're going to flip that around and we're going to do something different with it. We don't know yet, but there's still going to be live trainings each week, right? So, but the schedule is going to come out in about a week. We haven't finalized the schedule yet. For new people can come into the mastermind. For new people, they can come into the mastermind and they will get paying $9.97. So Jay, let me say this again. Nobody will ever come into the mastermind again. It is shut off. It is done. They will not. So what you said is not correct. They will come into the partnership program, get all the software at $9.97 at the pro level, and have all the features that you see on the screen. No one can ever get in the mastermind again. It is done. If you leave it, it is gone. Those that have it will always be able to have it. That's our commitment to you. So it's not correct. What is the URL that I had before that was Strategic Marketer booked? Yeah, so Marina, can you put that on the line, strategicmarketer.com/booked, and I'll put that in?
Sure, absolutely.
So David, I'm very confused. You said a confused mind doesn't buy. Look, Bob, I don't want you to buy. That's the point. Not interested in you buying. I'm just explaining what the partnership program is, what's the difference between that and the mastermind. And you should go to strategicmarketer.com/booked and sit down with us. We'll go through it. And you can answer all your questions one-on-one. I'll do my best to answer your questions here, but there is no confusion. It's all on the screen. There is nothing we're going to tell you different than what's on the screen right now. Matter of fact, let me just see if I can erase all there. So, but if you need more help, we're happy to sit down with you. David, this is completely clear to me, Brian says, and completely consistent with what you said in the few trainings. Thanks so much for taking time to explain it. Okay, good. Listen, it's not easy. Everybody's come from different perspectives, but thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Greg says, yes, long timer here is a welcome choice for us to have a lot of separate email paid software now included in this new program. So awesome. So I appreciate that. And then let me just put a few comments up on the screen here. Ann says, I took time to compare and saw that you said you were giving 3 pieces of software at $397, all software at $997. I chose a $997 program and Elite. I'm so excited about everything I'll be learning about how the almost beginning straight. So Ann's a long time customer. Thank you for saying that, Ann, and congratulations on the Elite. So And let me just tell you this. I rarely get to communicate with you one-on-one. And I cannot wait for you to start using Voxer with myself and John, our team, where it's 11 o'clock at night, and you're not going to send a long email, right? You're not going to put a support ticket. You're going to pick up your phone, and you're going to say, hey, this is Ann, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this, right? And it's so that elite level access that is going to get you on track super fast. You're going to be able to bypass customer support. Obviously, we want you, if it's a software, you want to put in customer support. But we're talking C-level. These are for Voxers for marketing strategies, sales strategies, not for support. So we're super excited about that. If we have an upgrade to Agency Partner Program Pro and we downgrade, can we go back to the legacy? Yes, you can. Yep, yes, you can. Look, we're going to treat you like family. Like if you go from mastermind to partnership and decide, you can go right back to the mastermind, right? It's only if you leave the mastermind and didn't upgrade, then obviously you would lose that. But again, we have that gap as well. So if you decide you need a 4-month kind of hiatus, we're happy to help you with that. Harold says, this program is awesome. You always deliver for us. Thank you so much. Quick one, David. Was the one skip policy a legacy for the Genius Mastermind clear November 21st, or is it new? It's new. So we just got a lot of feedback from you guys saying, hey, they had like 5 or 6 customers saying, I feel stressed that I can't leave because, and I got this project that's coming up and it's going to take me a while, and I got this big client and I got to focus on that, and I'm not going to be able to focus on the mastermind. So we said, hey, why don't we give that one-time gap to everybody? So that's brand new. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Some of the current levels I have are higher and what's offered than pro level. However, the elite level is out of my range, stuck between the rock and a hard place. Listen, Derek, you're not stuck, but that's why I want you to sit down with us, right? So we might be able to figure that out for you. I don't know exactly what your plan is, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think you're stuck. Because again, our goal is to make it at least inexpensive to give you the most value possible. So go to strategicmarketer.com/book and let us know. So I'm in the partnership program. It's going to save a few bucks and save me a few less bookkeeping. Oh, Carrie, you're so right. Like, I'm so excited about just one bill to rule them all and don't have to worry about anything. So super awesome. So if we downgrade from unlimited packages out of the partner, can we upgrade for same price later? So Michael, I can't, it's hard because I don't know what you're doing. So again, my suggestion is sit down with us. One of our team will go sit, Marina or Patrick or myself, or just go to strategicmarketer.com/book, and we'll spend some time with you going through what's best for you, right? It's only going to be what's best for you. There's no openings. Will you open more up? Oh.
That's what I'm working on right now.
Did someone take all that? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You guys are schedule hogs. I can't believe you didn't leave 1 or 2 there for Sandra and everybody else. No. Okay. Hey, Sandra. Sandra says they previously said we could skip, so I don't know why he said it's new. Sandra, I gotta let you know, if I said that back in November, I don't recall it at all, and I don't remember it being on a slide. But I want to take your memory over mine. So I have so much going on. So if we said it before, but to me that was a new concept that we got from John that just told me 3 or 4 days ago this is what he wants to implement. So if we said it before, I would say you're right and I'm wrong. So, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. That policy is there. You have the gap policy to be able to skip. So we're going to open more schedule time now. Yeah, there was an issue with taking time off before. The price was locked for Genius level, was the highest level when we stayed. Okay, good. No times for March. We're going to add that right now, so just be patient with that. I was wondering about the $9.97. Was that one-time payment or monthly? It's monthly. It's $9.97. So it's a monthly payment just like the mastermind, but the partnership is $9.97 for everything. If you take for instance, like AdVidi Unlimited or Unlimited, AdVidi Pro right now retail is $199. Rep Kahuna for 15 location is $199. So I mean, if you just took the normal, now you might not have it at that price point. You might have a cheaper price point because you've been with us a while, right? So that's what I'm saying. If you book it some time with us, we'll go through your. I know I sound like a broken record. We'll go through it and help you. Is there anyone here looking to merge JV companies where we divide up sales, customers, support, VAs, fulfillment? So you know what? That's a good question. In the for the Facebook group. So if you want to put that, hey, is there anybody that would like to, joint venture? Now, some of you have asked, I have partners, can they be in the partnership program? The answer is yes, but you're going to have some verification. So, we know how partners work sometimes. So as long as they're on the corporate documentation with you and you're going to turn that corporate documentation, they can have access as well. So if you're truly, merging a company together and you're partners, then we have no problem, you paying one price and you both getting access to everything. So $997 is the first time we paid, right? Billed on the day and month going forward. That's correct. That's correct, Greg. I'm totally sold on it. We would be will we be covering new information today? No. So the new information today is this, and I know I've spent a lot of time on this, so let me just go back here. The new information on today's training is here. You have the done for you funnel webinar links. Everything's done, and more done. So I hope, especially if you're doing funnels, that you implement this funnel webinar link. So you've got a 42-minute presentation. You got an opening, a close. Get this together. This is where you should be partnering on stuff. Like you can go in the Facebook group and say, hey, I need some accountability. Who wants to spend some time putting on, working on our webinar funnels, traffic or social media. So if you haven't done that, get some accountability, get in the Facebook group and ask someone to work with you. Looks like I missed a lot. There's a link to the Partnership Pro. I signed it, continued the new partnership program already. Okay, Vita, great. Congratulations. Great decision. I've been wanting JV. I really don't want to. I've been wanting JV. I really don't want to and don't have time to learn everything. Oh, gotcha, Sandra. Sandra, if you want a JV, tell me, just go in the Facebook group and say, look, I want to do fulfillment in JV, or I want to do sales in JV. There's plenty of customers that are very good with fulfillment, very good with sales. So you could JV with some of those. So Sandra, that's a great opportunity. Ruth worked with me on my current software and how to make it work out with Pro. She is awesome. So, Patrick, thank you for saying that. I appreciate you giving some kudos to Ruth. I know we worked extra hard to work with each individual mastermind member to go through their account to make sure this works, right? So, I mean, look, I want to be very clear on something. It has not been easy at all, because when we built software, we never thought we'd put it all together in one interface. When we built the mastermind, we never imagined a partnership program in the future, right? So now what we're doing is we're thinking, okay, how do we take the legacy stuff and retrofit it to new stuff and keep the old stuff good and make sure it works, right? So it's not easy for us at all. And there's no one size fits all because every single person has a custom situation. So that's why we're willing to take the time to work with you on that. So just know there are hundreds of hours on our side that we're trying to figure this out and working with you. So we appreciate your patience, but I can guarantee you there's not one of you, not one, that we're going to, slack on or not take the time. If you want us to figure it out, we'll figure it out for you. And I want to say for 50, more than 50% of you, staying in the mastermind is the perfect decision for you, right? There is no doubt in my mind, based on, where you're at with customers, based on you're at with time, based on you're at with, your life. Staying in the mastermind, keeping these services the way it is perfect. But another 50%, I think you're kind of in between. Like, I don't know what the best situation is. And that's what we're going to figure out. Just spend some time with us. David, can you please give us access to network of appointment setters already trained to your software, and they guarantee us at least 4 appointments a week, and all we do is close them. You would definitely you will definitely send from God. So, can you give us access to a network? Is there a network, Marvelous, that you know? Because I'm thinking, I don't know of a network that already, I know a lot of people are trained on our software, like on Upwork and stuff like that. So, Lead Kahuna and stuff, but I don't know of a network that, but if you can let me know that, I'll look into it. I've always felt like my feeling is that there's not a faster path to success in strategic marketer. I'm 100% on board with this new chapter, and your partnership is awesome. Thank you so much for everything for you do for our companies. Oh, you're so welcome, Facebook user. I wish I knew your name. So, I'm going to be looking for a VA on Upwork. It's familiar with social media software. So, but here's what you can do as well. So I strongly encourage you to be in the Facebook group and say, look, this is a software that I need help with. If you have a VA that knows this and they've got time, I'm willing to pay for them. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of people that have VAs and they're only part-time. They would love to take them on full-time, but they just don't have the clientele to do all that. But if you guys shared that VA, then they'd be working on Bright Social all the time and you guys would crush it. They'd be working on funnel pages all the time and we would crush it. So a lot of our customers share VAs, but you got to take that step and actually put it in the Facebook group. And not just once, maybe 2 or 3 times, you got to follow up, right? Hey, I'm just checking in. Anybody got this VA? Hey, just checking in. And we've had lots of customers say, hey, I lost a few customers, right? Because of whatever, they went out of business. And my VA needs some extra work. This is what they do. They know Prospect Rocket. They do Lead Kahuna. Does anybody need some help with that? I'm willing to share. So just put in the Facebook group. Thanks for everything you shared the past 2 years, David. It's been a great journey. If I can, I'm going to take the gap policy. Thanks for all the fish. Oh, you're so welcome. I don't know who that is, but we love you. I think if you need to take that gap time, absolutely. So where do we put a request in? Just create a post, right? Just create a post. Put a photo. Photo always captures people's attention, right? Put a photo of maybe a VA or something like that in there.
Actually, David, can I interrupt just for a moment?
Sure.
It is best if you send a message to us first, because we have a pool of people that are in need of sharing their.
You know what? I remember we
Yeah.
started that policy where if you needed to share somebody, tell us, and we
Tell
try to.
us first,
Yeah.
because it can. First of all, we cannot vouch for the VA you're finding, so it's more of a liability. We can't say it's a good, bad, what's going on. So we don't want you to get into a situation that could be a little bit awkward. If you need help, definitely let us know. We will connect you with the right VAs through our pool of people who want to share them. Okay, so don't try to post it because we can't monitor that communication, and it's not something if you're discussing it outside of our mastermind communication, we cannot help you, and that's something we want to be able to do.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Somebody on Facebook says, I moved to Agency Pro and Elite for 2 reasons. Streamline bookkeeping, love it. Have access to other elites from the mastermind. And these 2 things will have a positive quantum leap moving forward on profits. That's the mindset we're looking for, right? We have not had that mindset where we're saying focus on $2,000 more customers. And so that's the whole mindset that we're going to focus on. So I love the fact that you're saying, hey, now that I'm going to be in a group that's always thinking and focused on that, that's going to take me to the next level. So I think you're absolutely right. Jason says, great program. I found that support tickets still take days to get replies and a week more for a solution. I hope that gets fixed going forward. So I think that all depends. I saw support tickets yesterday that were actually replied to within hours. But if there's a bug, obviously that might take a day or 2 because we actually have a whole process that we go through. We respond to it. Then we have senior team that reviews it, tries to duplicate it. If we can't duplicate it, then it goes to development. It gets put in the development. Development tries to fix it. Then it comes back to QA. There's a whole process. So anyway, Jason, we do our best with that. But if there's something specific, please point it out to us because I haven't seen that except for obviously a bug or something like that. Um, is it legal for to refer VAs? I posted and it got removed. I don't think it's illegal. You know, I I don't know why it would be removed because we strongly encourage people to share resources. I think if it's a like if it's a referral link to a VA and you're going to get money off that, because I think there's some free VA companies that do that. Maybe we thought that. So just check in with us next time. Say, hey, can I post this? Um, then just should be fine. So okay, so I want to put this. I want to close this out here. And Marina's going to come on. So if you have any other questions, but look, this is our last advanced mastermind training as we turn it into the cash stack bundles that we're going to be giving you. And so for me, I want to make sure that we start off on a good foot. Should the first week here be talk about these 4 funnels? So let me just let me get your buy-in one more time. So remember, we talked about the openings, the middle, and the close. And some of you said, hey, this close, I would love to go through, take 1 week per webinar and talk about the different types of offers, the pricing points, the bonuses, to kind of give me a little bit better articulation of what I could put together. Yes? So we could give you some cash stack, because this make you a lot of cash, I think. So we could do a cash stack training on this and put all those resources together for you. Yep. So you guys vote for that? We'll go through each webinar. Okay. So listen, if you have any other suggestions, you can put it on with Marina. Let us know that, you know, what other things you'd like to see that are kind of done for you projects that we can put together. So, and boy, I cannot wait for some of the stuff that is going to be coming out. Wait till you guys see rep videos, AI. Wait till you see one interface to rule them all. You guys are in for a real treat. It's going to be a lot of fun these next few months here. So, hey, Marina, I want to turn them all over to you. And guys, thank you again for all your patience. And again, I deeply apologize for any of the confusing language that got put in there. I promise you, if you ever have any more confusion, I will personally come on. We'll do a training like this, and I'll go through it step by step until every single one of you, it makes sense. All right. So we care about you. We love you. I personally pray for you guys. I pray for our company. I want us to go and impact the world in a way that no one else has before, because we're always going to leave it better than we found it. And more importantly, we really make a difference, because I believe that is a life worth living, because it's all about a life of giving. So thank you guys so much. And Marina, I'll turn it over to you. Bye for now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, David. Definitely want to help you guys out with any questions, and I'm gonna go through any of the comments. Now, one thing I want to make sure you guys have, I was trying to put together some of the availability on the strategicmarketer.com/book. Right now, all the spots are taken. However, you can fill out the form with the suggestion of when you can get on a call with us, and we will try to swap you in somewhere. So let me show you what that form looks like. So just one moment. I'm going to share my screen here in just a second. All right. And okay, so there we go. It is share screen. You tell me, guys, in the chat box once the screen is available. It takes its sweet time for me to bring it up. Yeah, there we go. All righty. So can you see this? This is the form. All right. So strategic marketer agency partner pro form. I'm going to just right now, this is under the strategicmarketer.com/book. So basically to ask any questions and about the difference, what's best for your business, how you can, answer any of the questions of the differences between legacy, between the next level, going up to the elite, what's best. All of these questions can be answered, of course. And all we need is just a few responses from you guys: your name, email, best phone to reach you, what time zone you're at, how interested you are in the agency partner program, and basically let us know where you stand right now, so we can actually book a call or come back whenever there's a maybe a call that got canceled with another person, or we have some availability in between. This will help us make a better a decision on how to help you out as fast as possible. So if you could do that, that would be great. And let me answer a few more questions, guys, that you might have. All right. Um, mm, mm, mm. I'd be happy to go over. Okay, so Greg is going to help Bob. All right. Okay. Well, can you tell me what questions are for me? Because I see you guys are talking in between of each other, which is great. You definitely helping each other out. All right. So when does mastermind start? So the first orientation training, so it all starts April 1st. That's the orientation training. And then there's going to be on Monday, April 4th, everything is going to go into the full swing on the mastermind, or just, all the live trainings that we will have. So you will be we will finalize the roster this week, so you will be getting notifications about the schedules, what to expect, where to go, where to see things. Definitely keep an eye on your emails. That's going to be important to know exactly what to expect. The phone number won't submit because it's not a valid email. I don't know what that means, but if you can clarify, I'm happy to help you with that. As I understand it, Mastermind going forward will be training on the cash stack and access to legacy trainings on the 4 core areas. Remain at $397 a month until all of the current members have opted out, and then it will cease to exist. Yes, that's correct. We were billed for $997 to join during pitch webinar, then again 30 days after the initial payment, right? Then monthly on that date going forward, not again on April 1st. Yes, correct. It's not going to be again on April 1st. You just got in. So for the next month, you're taken care of, and then you can even tell us what date works the best. But usually it's going to be on the date when you purchased, just a month later, right? So if it was, let's say March 20th, then it's going to be April 20th, then moving on May 20th, and so on and so forth. Form keeps saying not a valid email. I can try it. So if I'm going to marinastrategic@gmail.com, let's see, Marina K, here's, all right, Eastern, okay, it's enter. Is that what you mean by that? Enter. It's supposed to be. Let me try again. Okay. Let me try to fill it out for you guys. If that doesn't work, I'll try to fix it. Hold on a second. All right, so how about you do this? What if we do this? Okay. Okay. All right. So just leave us an email and put your phone in the description area. Can you do that? So we, right here, put the phone number right here somewhere, and I'll let our team know to fix this. Okay. So I'm going to do that right away. All right. So let me just grab it. And I'm going to send it to our team. All right. Can we switch between software during the mastermind as long as we choose no more than three? Well, you will have a grace period. Let's say within the first month you can switch, but that's not going to be forever because it makes no sense for us to switch them up all the time. So you can try something, and if it doesn't work, we will have like about 2-3 week period when you still can change your mind, but then it's going to be what you want it to be. And then once we get to another session, you will be asked if you want to change them up again and move on with that. Okay. We are in the mastermind. We will have the option to upgrade to the partnership program later on. So David touched upon that. So basically, it's going to be depending on how many spots are going to be available. You will have a priority upgrade in once next session starts. For example, in 4 months or so, whatever that is, August, September, right when we start kind of figuring things out again for the new session, and you will have the priority upgrade opportunity. If you want to upgrade 2 months down the road, so if you start today and then 2 months down the road, you think that you want to upgrade, that is not guaranteed because we don't know if we have all the spots fixed already. It might not be possible to upgrade you, but definitely let us know when and whenever you want to upgrade. We will put you on the waiting list. If there is an opportunity, we will help you out nevertheless. Okay. I signed up for the pro, but I don't have access yet. When will I have access to everything at pro level? Depends on when they charge you for that. I'm not going to be able to tell you exactly. So if your charge is coming up still, it might be that they're finalizing the setup. You definitely will have it all next week for sure because we're finalizing our roster. Okay. Is the $9.97 for unlimited access to all software? No, it's not. The Elite setup is unlimited for all software. However, it is allowing you to get the access to all of the software. Let me pull up the screenshot so you can see the difference. And some of that software will be at a very high level already, so you can definitely get the setup already going for it. You can definitely start there, but unlimited is in the Elite. Let's say you want to keep Rep Kahuna Unlimited and everything else you want to just have like a regular subscription. There are options with a very small upcharge to get you into unlimited setup for any system you would want to keep unlimited, okay? So it's totally up to you. So I'm gonna pull up, just give me a moment. I'm gonna pull up the difference just so you see it here real quick. Getting it. There we go. All right, so you can see it, right? So this is what the setup looks like. For example, Lead Kahuna will be unlimited story scripts and that is weird. Sorry, guys. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, I have no idea what happened. Sorry. Yeah, I know you have an echo. I can hear it. I don't know how to fix it. happened? What happened? I know, I hear the bad feedback. Hold on. I'm sorry. Trying to fix it. No. Do I have that? No, 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 that's not it. I somehow see two of myself. All right. Let me try the headphones. Hello, guys. Nope, that didn't help. That did not help. All right. No, still. Nope. I'm done. I can't type, guys. There's no way of typing into the system, so. Yeah, you guys have multiple of me. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry. Is this better? Nope. I agree with Bob. I can't fix it. What about now? Can you guys hear me? What about? How about now? How about now? Is that better? Is that working? Can you hear me? Can't? No? All right. Do I need to be together? Can you hear me now? Okay. So, all right. No sound? Who has sound? Better? I see a lot of you guys have sound and you you have two of me's. All right. I'll just okay, I'll just do one of these. I guess I will just have to go with that, right? It's very soft, but that's okay. All right, let me see. Any last questions, guys? As long as you guys can hear me, just let me know. Any last questions? If you had filled out the form, instead of the phone number, put there an email. Put an email there. Or you can put like your phone number at gmail.com. We'll figure it out. Your phone number at gmail.com, okay? All right. And then how much does the Elite cost? It's $19.97 a month. $19.97. Where is the pitch for Elite and Pro? It is replay. Let me pull the replay for you guys here. I'll put the link in the chat box in a moment. My partner program, Agency Pro subscription, says it's going to bill tomorrow. That's sooner than we just had discussed. Can I talk to someone before it bills tomorrow? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I did have arrangement for you particularly. So let me follow up with the team and make sure that everyone is actually taking, that note that I sent in about our discussion. So you can also call the billing team at 561-513-5488 and they will be able to confirm, because I did send them an agreement that we have to follow. So all right, let's see other questions. Can you post the form link again, please? Yes, it's going to be this one right here. Okay. Okay. It is strategicmarketer.com/book. Okay. strategicmarketer.com/book. All right. All right. Well, in fact, David, I had the note on the agreement that your payment charge is going to go on the 23rd of March. So if you need to change it, please let our team know immediately. Please call. Okay? I'll put the phone number to call in the chat box just right here. 561-513-5488. And right here, just call that number. We will take care of you, but right now your billing date is set up the way it is telling you. So how do we get access to the affiliate program? You sign up for the Pro partnership setup and then you'll get access to it. I have billing for several apps, even though I get the partner plan one. Definitely, we will cancel things that were ongoing. Let's say if you had a monthly charge for Rep Kahuna, that's not going to be a thing anymore. And if you want to confirm that the systems that you've been paying for before are not going to be recharging you on a regular basis, open a ticket for our team or call 561-513-5488. And we will confirm that setup, because that's supposed, the new Pro plan is going to replace whatever you have going on out there, okay? I was already billed, I won't be billed again, says April in subscriptions. Yes, it's going to be next, like end of April next, okay? Um, I was billed instantly when I signed up for Partner Pro. Okay, yeah, that's normal. Unless you ask for special billing, that would be a request that had to go through the consult if you did not book a consult with us. There's a few things we could do, like maybe if you need a few days, just figure out some finances. We could, play with it, figure out what we can do. But normally you sign up, it charges you immediately. That's correct. Yes. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Again, I'm going to put the phone number here. It's 561-513-5488. For any inquiries, please let us know if you need any help. But right now, if you filled out the form, you're in. If you have a consult, that's great. If you don't have a booked consult, make sure to go to this link to book, leave us some information. If for the email, instead of the email, put in your phone number at gmail.com. We will accept that as unfortunately, there is a little bit of a issue with that field. I'm sorry about that, but we'll fix that. Anyways, as long as you put the phone number somewhere, we will be able to connect with you. All right. Any other questions, guys? Let me see any other questions. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. If we were billed instantly, when would be billed again for agency? That is going to be at the end of next month. So whatever the date was, if you need to change the date, let's say you were billed on March 20th, it's going to be April 20th. If you need to change the date, call the team or leave a ticket, open a ticket for a specific date adjustment on moving forward. So you can say, well, I want to be charged on the 30th instead. So it's going to be April 30th moving forward, and then May 30th, and so on and so forth. So let us know. We'll help you out with that. Okay. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay, well, I see a lot of thank yous right here. Thank you so much, guys, for being with us, with me and David. Definitely great question, great conversation. We're here to help you out every step of the way. So bring those questions on if you still have them. But everyone who is staying with us, we will see you on all the trainings. We will keep communicating and keep bringing the value that you deserve and helping you out on your path to success. All right, guys? Well, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you around. Bye for now.